Okay, let's see if this comes up a treat, if we can make it look good. It was a treat, actually. I had something that was a treat, literally a treat. Something I have sometimes with a cup of tea. And I'm doing nothing when I'm waiting for my videos to upload to YouTube. I'll often have, or sometimes I'll have a coffee, not a coffee, a tea and some chocolate. So I'm going to see if we can make this look really nice. Going to leave it in the middle. I don't know how this is going to look in positive mode. It looks a bit boring colour-wise. So we'll just see if we can make it anything interesting out of it. We might... what are we going to do with this? I was thinking of adding a background colour, but we're going to leave it out. We're going to just make a movement piece out of it. It is Chocker White Crisp. It's white chocolate, and it's made for Aldi. Aldi, the German-owned supermarket chain. It's like the closest competition to Coles and Woolies. I think it's the third biggest supermarket chain in Australia, behind Coles and Woolies. I'm not sure which one's bigger, Coles or Woolies, the biggest, but they always seem to be neck and neck with each other. big money fuckers they are, but this looks interesting, colour-wise. I don't like the shape of it. I don't think we've done a good enough job of that. But basically, yeah, they're big. Aldi is quite large, but not as large as, nowhere near as large as Coles or Woolies. They are large. They've become big. So let's see if we can make this look really nice. Let's see if this looks any good. Yeah, that looks interesting. Wondering if we can do another one. Try to make it even better. It's not easy working with originals like this. Maybe we can make it a bit bigger. So we go 160 and we're going 160. Alright. Try to make this look really nice as much as we can. It's not easy, folks. Just try and make it a bit random, the sort of movement. A bit more interesting, sort of. It's not easy to control movement, folks. Always know that. So it's not easy trying to get a really good shaped movement. Try again. This is really annoying, folks, when I can't get it to work. So I'm wondering what we're going to do with this to make it look better. Maybe a background colour could be added. I'm thinking cyan. I don't know how that's going to look. It's probably going to look shit, as it often does. So we're just going to put that in the corner and we're going to slide that around. And see if that blue, or should I say that cyan, has added to the image, or maybe it's fucked it. Because sometimes the background colours do fuck things up. But that looks quite nice now, background colour-wise. That's come up a treat. Wondering what we're going to do with it. Whether we're going to... So we're going to try another one. Fuck. It's so hard to get it right, folks. It really is. It's not easy at all trying to get a good movement happening. So now I'm thinking we're going to leave it at that. We're going to try and move it down the corner here. But at least the colour looks good. At least we've got something looking better instead of just the white, just the huge expanse of white. Wondering, that's a tricky one, folks. It's really hard trying to find a piece that I actually like. Just wondering if we're going to do another one. Fuck it, it's pissing me off that I can't get a nice fluid movement happening with this. You know, I'm not getting the kind of movement that I'm after that's going to make it sort of aesthetically pleasing. It's always fucking it up. I can't even get a section out of this that looks good. Can't get a section. It looks nice colour-wise, but the movement doesn't. That looks good, actually. I think now we've finally found the sweet spot. So I'm thinking this is not perfect, but it's a lot better, and we're going to use it. We're going to use it as our master copy, consign this to the recycle pile, and we're going to use this as our master copy. We're going to enlarge it slightly. Wondering if we're going to enlarge it so we just get the design. So we're just going to put that on the glass like so. I'm just going to overlap the edges, and I'm actually thinking we're just going to switch over, and we're going to take this enlargement. We're going to start with 141.4, and we're just going to go and just remove the background colour, and now we're just going to do some adjustments here. I think we're going to leave it as is, so let's see how this one comes out. This off the master copy. This is a challenging demo, I must say. I'm glad I stuck with it. I was thinking of compromising, as I often do, but that just makes me feel regret. So we've still got a little bit of that there. Well, I think we're going to enlarge it a bit more on the vertical, but that is a really nice looking image we have here. So now the vertical is going to get a little bit more added to it, so we might make the vertical 146. We're going to push it up to we're going to make it 140. We're going to keep stuff it. We're going to keep it. We're going to put it back on that. Stuff it. We can't just get perfection. We don't want to go for the absolute perfection. There's a little bit on the edge, but it's not much. We don't fuss over it. We won't fuss over it, folks. It's still a good design. It's a nice looking, flowing design. I'm just going to grab this one I put on the pile, and we're just going to push those away, and we're just going to get these ready to line up. But this is a very nice demo. Wondering where the centre is going to be, if it's going to be there or if it's going to be there. I think it's going to be here. We'll just line up these corners, and we're just going to print off 2 mirror image versions of this. So I'm wondering if we're just going to quickly switch ourselves into this little mode here, and we just got to set ourselves up for mirror image. Let's see how we go. 2 of the best, hopefully. This is going to be a little bit prolongated, folks, but that's happens a lot with my demos lately, as they do get a bit long in the tooth, so to speak. And now we've got our mirrors. So we now made this into something more interesting than the original, of course. That's what we're supposed to do when we're doing stuff like this. When we're working with copy, or configuration art, as I like to call it, is basically I like to improve on the aesthetics of a preconceived design, if that's the right way of putting it. Maybe not. Anyway, that is really colourful now. That looks really good. I think now we can call this demo quits.